news, everyone!
It's finally working again. I finally fixed my mic, and I don't even know what the hell was wrong with it. But I think when I dropped it while I was recording the video earlier, I might have jostled something into place or something. I'm not sure. I'm not a fucking scientist, so I don't know this shit. But I dropped it, and I think that might have fixed it. It's not getting any more of that annoying fucking static. As you can see, I am playing some Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, and kinda sucking at it. Because, to be fair, controlling it with a keyboard and mouse isn't exactly easy. It's the sort of game that's meant for an Xbox controller. Playing it on the PS3 is kind of a... God, I hate that thing's analog sticks. But I'm kind of getting my ass whooped by these giant hand thingies. Don't ask me what the fuck they're actually called. I've been skipping the cutscenes. If I wanted a story told to me by a 7-year-old on methamphetamines, I would probably go out and read a Dr. Seuss book, not play Metal Gear. So I'm ignoring the story and just faffing about with the game, which is actually pretty solid. If you'll pardon the pun, solid Metal Gear Solid. Fuck you, my genius is wasted on you people. But it's really good so far. I'm not a big fan of this of the style of game. I don't like a lot of Platinum's games, especially Bayonetta, and I don't like Devil May Cry, which is weird because I've had a person recently ask me why I didn't like it. And the whole reason for that is because it's like, well, man, how do I even explain it? My issue with games like Devil May Cry and God of War and Bayonetta is that while they aren't inherently bad games, they're not as good as Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, that's actually my entire reason for disliking them, is because everything Ninja Gaiden does, it does really well. And that's the only reason why I think anyone should have ever bought an Xbox. If you like the Xbox over the PS2, that's fine. But the only reason to own an Xbox was Ninja Gaiden. I don't know about the 360 version of Ninja Gaiden 2. Like, I know literally nothing about it, as I never had a 360 for very long. I borrowed a friend's for a bit, but I only got to enjoy the demo for Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360. Instead, I borrowed a friend's copy of Ninja Gaiden 2, which was bitching, but not quite as good as the first one. I can only assume the 360 version is not as good as the first one too. I'm not too sure. Although I do want to get Ninja Gaiden Black, because that also looks like a really good game, and because I would like a chance to actually beat it, because that game is fucking hard. At this point, you notice I'm just ranting. This is all pre-recorded footage. I recorded it yesterday. I was going to do a whole video on EA and how much I hate them and how awful they are by, not by talking about EA while not playing a game published by EA. Now, that sort of fell through because I fell asleep. Yeah, that's the reason, actually. I decided to take a midday nap, and by the time I woke up, I was like, man, you know what would be awesome right now? Fish and chips. So I had like a giant ass piece of fish, and I was thinking of like watching Dragon Ball Z, and I never got around to it, so I ended up watching like 4 episodes of Kamen Rider. But it was really good, and like I had this whole anti-EA speech prepared yesterday. But I guess it sort of just was like, yeah, fuck it. I really wish I could have recorded the audio for this yesterday, because, well, yesterday would have been easier. Would have been like, I've literally, I just wanted to get it out there that my microphone is fixed. And I'm really happy for that, because that means I don't have to go out and spend another $150 on like a Blue Yeti or something, which I'll probably end up doing in the future anyways, because I hear they're really good microphones. Oh, fuck's sakes, Raiden, get the fuck out of the way. I hate that, like, dizzy status in games. I think that's a terrible, terrible thing. I hate it in Street Fighter when that happens. I hate it in... Oh man, what other game has that? Fuck, I'm trying to think. I'm really not liking these big, strong guys. They're not needlessly difficult, but even one of them is a challenge. Like, holy shit! I think in most other games this would be a boss. Like in God of War, this would be like an actual boss. But here he's like a fucking Goomba. He's just like your average run-of-the-mill enemy. I kind of like that, actually. Okay, I guess I can't cut shit while I don't have any meter or something. Actually, it's weird because it looks like I have both meters kind of, you know, okay, aside from my health. My health looks terrible. But I don't seem to understand what it is that allows you to go into blade mode, so maybe if I, you know, didn't skip the tutorial, I would probably would be doing better at this. I skip all cutscenes all the time in every game I play. I don't give a shit about story. It's at this time, at this point in time in my life, it's like, okay, I fucking get it. I gotta go save the princess. I fucking get it. Okay, let me go jump on fucking turtles and shit. I want to stand here. Well, you tell me that the A button fucking jumps. I don't need that shit, okay? Okay? Look. Mr. Miyamoto, you know what you're doing, right? I don't fucking need this shit. I know how to swing my sword. It's the B button. It's been the B button for years. Stop patronizing me. And then so turns out I sort of skip cutscenes and tutorials, and if the game gives you the option, oh shit, I died. If the game gives you the option of skipping a tutorial, I always take it. I don't like being told what I have to do. I like to figure it out myself. I am really good at classic Mega Man, like Mega Man 2. I'm really good at that shit. I can't play 1 for the life of me. That's actually the one of the few games I've ever played that I stopped playing simply because it was too hard. Ninja Gaiden was the other. But Mega Man 2 I'm really good at, and there's no tutorial for that, so let me learn shit myself. Yeah, you might realize some frame rate issues here and there. There's a few frame rate drops, like just there. It's because I'm playing it on a PC, and my PC isn't exactly all that capable. I actually have this running on the very lowest settings. Oddly enough, it actually looks kinda good. It looks about on par maybe with the PS3 version. I'm sure on Matt Our Lives PC it looks 1,000 times better, because his computer actually entirely outmuscles mine. It's kind of like comparing the kid from Attack on Titan to Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The kid's like a massive fucking pussy, and Jotaro, you don't fuck with Jotaro. It's just you don't fuck with him. But yeah, I'm sort of trying to enjoy this on the PC, and you know, so far it's not too bad. I like the controls with the mouse and keyboard. It's not too bad. For fuck's sakes, kid, get the fuck out of the sewers. Oh, that's one of those little robot thingies that Mistral puts on her back. Okay, never mind. I don't care for those things. Actually, I like that boss fight. I wish I could have recorded that, because that's actually my favorite boss fight in a while, actually. I think that's a really, really good boss fight, and you get a really good weapon from her, so I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna use it upcoming with the fight with the two UGs. I think they're Metal Gears. I'm not too sure. Fuck if I know Metal Gear. The only game in the franchise I can tolerate is this one and Metal Gear Solid 3, but that's because Metal Gear Solid 3 is so fucking stupid. It is just over the top and silly, and it's awesome. I love it. It's like okay, the first two was like trying to be serious, but then the third one isn't even like, it's like, fuck being serious. Here's some chick in a jumpsuit, in a half-open jumpsuit, like Flash kicking a Russian voiced by fucking Spider-Man on like a motorcycle. The whole game is just so fucking over the top. I can't even wrap my mind around it. To make it worse, like, okay, there's in the PS2 version, I don't know if it's in the HD re-release, which is what I have, but in the PS2 version, there's like this Ape Escape crossover minigame thing, and it doesn't seem out of place in Metal Gear Solid 3. But if it was in like the first one or the second, it would be like, the fuck? Like what is this? Why is this here? But in the third one, it's like, oh, okay, no, I'll just roll with the punches, you know? Kid, you probably shouldn't have come down here. That was an incredibly stupid thing to do, and now Quentin Flynn has to get your ass out of a jam. That's the low point of your week. Quentin Flynn comes to your rescue. Fucking Axel. I'm sorry, game, you don't get to... Actually, no, you are about on par with Ninja Turtles in terms of intellectualness. In terms of how highbrow Metal Gear is, it's about on par with Ninja Turtles. Not to say I dislike Ninja Turtles, that's like probably one of my favorite comics ever. Actually, I'm wearing like a Ninja Turtle t-shirt right now. It's pretty boss, actually. I'm just ranting because I've literally nothing else to talk about. I'm just so excited. My microphone is back to not being shit. And I am probably gonna have to cut this video short just after this fight because I don't think anyone else gives a shit about, you know, all the stuff I could rant about. I could rant about like my day yesterday. I could rant about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I could rant about boobs, pie, monkeys, Kamen Rider, motorcycles, condoms, ZZ Top, Dragon Ball Z, all sorts of shit right now because I am so fucking hyper. And it's just like, oh hey, Perfect Dark, I should play that later. But I'm so fucking hyper, and there's a spider on my copy of Perfect Dark. I killed it. Weird, I thought I got rid of all the cobwebs. And oh well. But yeah, and you can see here I was using the weapon I got from Mistral, the lance. That's made of arms. That's actually kind of unique. I think they should do that in more games. Maybe not the exact idea, but something similar. I really do love Blade mode. It is so much fun. When I downloaded the demo of this for the first time, I went into it expecting to hate the game because it's Metal Gear Solid, and well, it's Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid. They're two different franchises. And Metal Gear, I need to stop calling it Metal Gear Solid because that's not the series name. Metal Gear is the most pretentious game series ever. It's not terrible, but it's not saying as much as it thinks it is. And it thinks it's really deep, and it's well thought out, and it's politically provocative and stuff like that. When it's most of it's just, you know, made up for storytelling, yeah. But a lot of people will actually take a lot of plot points from Metal Gear that are related to his history and historical events and be like, yeah, that's fact. I actually knew some guy that thought that fucking... I'm not even gonna get into that shit, but it's really pretentious at times, and well, it's well told sometimes. Other times it's just really silly. Especially when you go into the whole giant robots in the 1960s, like the Shagohod. Although I guess the junk grabbing was perfectly fine. I was not at all shocked by that, actually. When Volgan grabs Snake's nuts, that's like the funniest scene in a game ever, because it takes him like a split second to realize that you're not the one dude, and I don't even fucking remember his name. It's been so long since I've beaten Metal Gear Solid 3. I can't even go back to it because it is like, okay, I want to get the 3DS version because you can crouch and walk and shit like that, but I just can't go back to the original because it just feels so outdated. It's not bad by any means. It's just it hasn't aged well. And the HD version, which is what I got on the PS3, is incredibly ugly. I don't mind like visuals being kind of in a game, but HD remasters tend to look really bad, which is why I think to this date only Nintendo's done it well. I know, kind of fanboyish for me to say that, you know, they did Wind Waker HD well, but they did it well. I can't stand the game, but they did it well. I'm not going to deny that. Why is the leg floating there? Can I cut that up anymore? This thing will not fucking die. Why can't you use blade mode with the like the lance? That would be fucking cool. Like actually like chopping through shit with the lance. Oh my, I fucking love this shit so much. They need more games with this kind of a mechanic. Like I would love it if Platinum did like a 4-player Ninja Turtles game with this engine, and just have like a blade mode for Leonardo, or like a weapons mode, where it would actually like allow you to use like pinpoint accuracy with your strikes. It just sounds so cool, and like I think it could really work for a lot of other kinds of games. But it's a shame that nobody else likes Platinum. Like you never see anyone make games like Platinum does, despite the fact that Platinum makes them really well. Like, okay, Devil May Cry was I guess kind of influential, and herp-a-derp, it's how you do a 3D action game. At least if God of War is to be believed. Ugh. But Platinum does it really well. They do some really interesting gameplay mechanics and design, and I think more people should be listening to them. I think everyone should ignore Devil May Cry and God of War and everything Ninja Theory does, because they're so poorly made, they're so unoriginal, they're so unimaginative. But here you have a fucking like using your analog stick or mouse to cut through shit. That's kind of neat. Or oh fuck man, I know Bayonetta had like one mechanic I really liked, and now I cannot remember it for the life of me. Oh fuck, what was it? You know, I honestly can't remember Bayonetta at all. It's such a game.
I'm from America.
It's not terrible, but it's not memorable.
Georgetown.
George? Oh my god. Kid, you're gonna talk like that.
Me? What the rest of you do here? You lose the map of Ninja Hideout, Ninja Man? No.
Oh my god.
For bad guys.
It's kind of. I think it's how the Japanese think a Hispanic kid would sound. Like is he Hispanic or like Caribbean, or where is this? Yeah, by the way, I didn't skip this. I didn't even watch it. I was literally out of the room while recording. So yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't skip it. What? Put me on the RAS boat? But earlier, when you said RAS, the subtitle said hell. So does it mean hell and damn, or does it mean cursed? Or, like, what does it mean? I want to know. Also, is this an actual dialect? Is there people that actually speak like this? Because if so, that's kind of cool. If not, this kid sounds incredibly stupid. Like it doesn't sound like a Hispanic child would sound, but like
You sound like a bad guy yourself.
how a Hispanic child would sound in a racially insensitive cartoon
No, never. Good.
with Quentin Flynn.
You tried to warn her.
Actually, that sounds kind of awesome. I would love to have like Quentin Flynn in.
But then, boy, we
Whoa, there it was again. There it was again.
So me the only one for escape.
He used Ras or Ross or however it's pronounced.
And I know the rest.
And oh whoa, I didn't. Okay, I know it's pre-rendered, but those those UGs, ooh, weren't where I killed them. So I'm gonna cut this here. I'm gonna stop this right here. Well, the dude with the cornrows continues talking, and I keep turning in circles, walking forward. But I'm going to end this right here. Thank you all for watching. Again, you guys mean everything to me, and I'm just so goddamn happy my mic is fixed. I'll see you guys next time before I keep going. Bye.
As well as a little peek at the level of that technology. So what about the kid?
I made sure the air.
Sure, you just if what he...
Agree.
Heavy UG activity ahead. It is possible they are conducting test operations while the lab is closed.
They're not gonna make it easy to get into that lab. Is there some way you could sneak past? It's a box. How's that gonna help? Oh, it's for medical supplies. That could work, actually.